It's not fake. It's fake. It's not fake. It's fake. Man, this is incredible. It is fake. How do you know it's fake though? And how do you know it's not fake? All right. Anyway, let's talk about the pyramids. This is what isn't fake. Um, did you guys know that the pyramids have no hieroglyphics in them, and that there's never been a sarcophagus? Everybody was taught in school that the pyramids were tombs, right? Oh, you guys are just going fake, not fake, 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 not fake, not fake, fake, not. Man, this is such brilliant disinformation. It's brilliant. Okay, so this is the deal. Hey, bud, we were taught in school that the pyramids were tombs, right? And if you go to Egypt, they have like hieroglyphics everywhere, and the valley of the Valley of the Kings. There's tombs everywhere and all that shit, right? Um, None of it exists in the pyramids. There's never been like an actual king or queen found in the pyramids except for one, but it was repurposed. And there's no hieroglyphics, and there's no hieroglyphics in all of Egypt about the pyramids, about building the pyramids. Also, they didn't have the tools to build it at all. All that shit is all falling apart, right? So they have these like bronze saws that they use water and sand and shit to like cut, but yet it'll be like two one thousandths of an inch, and this is like granite and limestone, and it's just perfect. Like a modern day stonemason would require lasers and diamonds and shit to make these cuts, and like massive machines. Like we still couldn't build the pyramids right now, right? Like there's like the base of the pyramid is like 800 feet, and they're lined up within 1 inch of like what it should be for that whole distance. Like that's so hard. 99% limestone. Yeah, but the inside is granite, and they think it's for power creation. Anyway, um, this is the most mind-blowing part of the pyramids of Giza. And so why am I saying the Jews didn't create the pyramids? Because I think they were created before 13,000 years ago, and Jews didn't exist yet. Probably a very peaceful time, full of not a lot of nagging and accusations and trickery. And I'll get to that. But what do you got? Just link the documentary, Book of Enoch. The Jews stole the gold. That's what Graham Hancock says. Yeah, I've been on a deep dive on pyramids. I may bail on the moon. I think the moon landing, there's so much disinformation because I don't think evolution is true. And I think that is so cemented in people's heads that here's the funniest part. Like a lot of people that think that the moon landing happened don't believe in evolution. And I find that fascinating because it's like the evolution lie is so much bigger and more ingrained. And yet you guys can see right through that one, but yet you can't see through the moon one. I don't know. It's pretty frustrating, but whatever. I'll just let it go. I'll approach it with an air of curiosity and not condemnation. That's my new thing. All right. It's obviously fake at this point. I know. And I think Kubrick got killed because he was going to talk about it. I got to do a whole episode just on Kubrick. How do you have such inside track on the real truth? Oh, it's real easy. You got to have a genuine distrust of your own mind. Is the only way you can really see stuff. And the real information is really, really obvious when you question yourself a lot. Like when you say, like, do I really know this, or is this instinct? You know? Stuff like that. Owen, they killed Kubrick because of Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah, well, there was 17 minutes or something of Eyes Wide Shut that they wouldn't allow Kubrick to put in, and after he like freaked out on the people, the next day he died of a mysterious heart attack when he didn't have any ailments at all. Bear in mind, Nicole Kidman's father was the head of one of the biggest pedophile networks in Australia, hiding in plain sight with the name Kidman. And and so the casting of that movie was fascinating as well. But so the pyramids, it's like there was this massive, massive asteroid that hit Greenland 13,000 years ago and caused what I believe to be the biblical flood, because the seawater rose 400 feet, like very, very fast. 10% of the earth was on fire, you know, and I think that that was a full reset button to a previous civilization, and I have no idea what that is. That's the thing, is I'll talk about like my conspiracy theories and stuff, and like what I don't think happened, but I'm not going to say what did happen because I have no idea. And so the earth was just wiped, like full reset, because you can see in like the Inca, right, where they'll have these blocks and they're cut perfectly. And then above those blocks is like shitty stones and mortar and all this stuff. So it was like the original stonemasons were so much better. And like right now, if all life were to end in 10,000 years, the only thing that would remain would be the Hoover Dam in America. That giant amounts of stone is the only thing that lasts. And so that's why we have these pyramids. And a lot of people think that the pyramids are some form of ancient power source. That because there's a lot of like electromagnetism within the pyramid, and Nikola Tesla wrote to JP Morgan a letter every single day for 5 years that he had figured out how to harness free electricity from the earth, and he had to do it over an aquifer. And 13,000 years ago, the Nile River went right up to the steps of the pyramid, and there's all these underground aquifers and like tunnels and stuff. So you have these massive things, and there's tunnels with no purpose that anyone can figure out, and different types of stone and different types of metal, and they're just centered perfectly over all this water. And in any society, the power generators are always the biggest, most massive, most stone type structures. And we keep thinking that the Egyptians built the pyramid, but there's literally zero proof that the Egyptians built the pyramid. Zero, none. Now, the Egyptians may have had the Jews as slaves, but they weren't building the pyramids. The pyramids, and same with the Sphinx. Major, whatever, the people in the field, like this mainstream people have said that the water damage on the Sphinx appear that it required 20 to 30,000 years of water damage. Like these things are so old, it's kind of tough to like comprehend. And so Tesla figured out how to harness electricity from the earth for free, and no one asked him how. He just kind of married a pigeon and died. And here's the thing that'll blow your mind. So Giza, where the pyramids are, is the exact center of all landmass in the world. If you go north, south, and east, west, and you just look at the most amount of land in the entire world, and you found the exact point, it's Giza. Giza was supposed to be where the prime meridian was, but because of the shipping in England, they made it Greenwich. But how the hell did they know that? And the north, and it's facing due north way, way, way before the North Star even came out. Like none of it points to a recent event. It's crazy, right?